What's up, fellas? It's still the 6th of October. I got cut off. I don't want to admit it, but I'm going to tell you the truth because you know what? I slipped and fell. It doesn't matter. I didn't slip and fall. I had to do a ninja backflip and come down in a ninja karate stance and get into my kung fu and fight my way. No, oh man, I slipped coming into the house and fell. Ah, it's fucking hilarious. All I'm talking about is the tribe of men, um, and this is going to be part two. It is shocking to me because of the way I grew up to see men, young men, and I'm talking 12 to 13. If you're 12 and below, my advice isn't for you. Hopefully, you'll have and I'm telling you this, ladies, single mothers, moms, aunts, the rest of you guys, I'm not bashing on you or anything else, but at some point in time, there has to be a crucible for a young man. He has to have someone that he respects and understands is a little bit older than him. As a woman, you can't, at a certain point in time, a young man, you have to fight sometimes. And I had to fight both of my sons when I came home from the deployment, they were like cussing my ex-wife out. Fuck you, I don't have, you just gotta, that's not how it works. Um, there has to be a crucible, just like a 15 or a 16-year-old birthday is for a woman. And you have to sit that young man down and you have to tell him, you're not a boy anymore. There are stages to your life. You can't do that stupid shit you used to do and expect to be successful. You're going to have to feed yourself, clothe yourself. And if you don't, you're going to wander out in the jungle and die. And you got to talk to young men about scammers and all these fucking scumbags out there that are just trying to take money off good, hardworking people. You have to prepare a man for the merciless part of life all of us men have to go through. And I don't know if there's a network of single mothers or that, but the only thing I have for social media is I have my YouTube channel, I have a Gmail account, and that's it. That's all I got. I have the cell phone, but I don't do TikTok. I don't do any of that other stuff. Instagram, Twitter, all of that shit seems like a fucking cesspool, so I don't mess with it. I used to, a while ago, help teach at an MMA academy called Briggs Academy. Jesse Briggs is a fine young man, good father. He has a good family. Him and his sister are doing the best, and he has a good wife. Anyways, let me not get fucking off on that. But this young man, I just was like, here, I'm going to show you how. And I put my hand out towards him, and he was cringing like that. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Listen, as a man, you're going to get fucking hit. You're going to get fucking hit. Somebody's going to fucking pop you, slap you, punch you, do something like that, palm strike you, do any of this kind of stuff. You have to learn how to be a man. It's not a book you can read. You need another man to introduce you to our tribe. And that means that you have to know how to tuck your chin and roll. And anyways, I'm trying not to get too crazy. So anyways, this young lady, a mom, and I spent 45 minutes with their son, and they showed up out of nowhere. And you know what? For me, and I mean this, I truly mean this, you are my future. If I don't treat you right, if I don't take the time out of my life as a retired man to help you move forward as a younger man, what the fuck good am I? What the fuck good am I? You know those fucking scumbag guys who make all their money, and I call it like being here on a level, and there's a level above you and another level above you, and some of these guys, there's a ladder there, And some of these guys climb that ladder and they get up to here, and then they pull the ladder up in back of them, and they're like, "Fuck you! I got mine. Get yours." No, that's not how I. No, 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 no. I don't want to be 65, 75, and run into some kid who or young man who no one gave a break to, who no one tried to help, and he decides to do something crazy. I believe in little changes that along the way, along a lifetime, can make a big difference. I want you to know that you matter. Men, you matter. You're important to me. You are my future. You're the guys that are going to make everything happen. And I don't give a fuck about these guys with the McLarens and the Bugattis and their ninja fighters and all this kind of other stuff. I'm not fucking. They're all fucking self-absorbed. I've been around fighters for a very long time, a majority of my life, and they are, most of them, selfish, egotistical assholes, or they're born into it, like Floyd Mayweather. So, and I love Floyd Mayweather. I'm not bagging on the fighters or anything like that, but they have a very different mindset, and that's why. And so many, I'd say 9 out of 10 of them don't get where they want to go, and they get sucked into it, and then they're 35, 40 years old in their face, and they can't fucking pay attention. It's just like CTE with them. Anyways, I'm way off on the subject. I had to tell the mother of this young man when we were out back doing some boxing drills, because she kept talking, and I had to tell her, "Ma'am, look, listen to me. I need you to go inside, go sit down, help yourself to whatever in the fridge, but you have to leave us alone." And and I'm not saying this to be mean to you women, but ladies, I could never speak to you as a woman on what it's like to grow up and live a life as a woman. I would never in my life ever do that. So don't fucking act like you can talk to me about what it's like to be a man. That's just fucking ridiculous. So, anyways, bye. So we got through it, and I finally got to the point to where I could reach up close to him. Do you know one of the things you teach him? Do you know what combing your hair is? We take your fingers and you comb your hair, and it's so you can protect yourself. But you can't do that a lot. You can't be defensive. You have to. Anyways, I think I overwhelmed him. I gave him some books. I gave him Richest Man in Babylon. I gave him the Book of Five Rings. I gave him Sitsun, The Art of War. I gave him a whole bunch of stuff. Look, all of this is, and it's part two, all of this is just to tell you moms, you single moms, you women, you have to have a good man in your life, a good average man in your life to help you raise a man or a son, a boy. And if you think you can do I'm telling you, don't fuck these guys up. I can't tell you how many young men I have to help out, and they have to unlearn things like at some point in time as a man, you have to have a line. There has to be you have to have a certain set of standards that if somebody crosses you, you have to be willing to defend and stand up for the things you believe in. And if you don't believe in anything, my advice isn't for you. You're gonna, congratulations, beta, go off and be a transgender or whatever you want to be, but my advice isn't for you. There has to be. And I'm not talking about truth, justice in the American way. No, I'm not talking about that bullshit at all. I'm talking about just being a man, a good average man. But you have to fight. You have to know how to fight. You have to be able to tell somebody no. Hey, fuck that. I'm not doing it. No, that's wrong. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be a part of that. And you better stop fucking touching me and the rest of it. You have to be able to do some of those things as a man. And that's not our nature as men. It has nothing to do with women. We are supposed to be violent and chaotic sometimes. Um, you have to be able to stand your ground. You have to be able to, even if you get your ass kicked, sometimes you have to fight as a man. Even if you know you're going to lose, you have to fight. You are required to fight. It's not an option. It's not something maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I'm gonna go dial 911. Do you know what it takes? I live in a great city, El Paso, Texas, and it takes the police at least 15 minutes to get here. I can't even tell you the horrible things that can happen to you in 15 minutes. You have to fight. You have to be able to fight. And I'm not, again, this is the last thing that's the last thing I'm gonna say. I'm gonna let all you guys go. Um, to you ladies, you single mothers, and the rest of that, there are actual men out there who are going to help you, but you don't get to help us. You don't get to participate in a man becoming a man. You're a woman, and you don't get it. There are penalties that men suffer if they do not stand up for themselves. If they are not willing to fight, the penalties are horrific. Horrific penalties for a man who won't fight. And you don't have to win. I'm telling you, as a man, you do not have to win, but you have to fight. So, um, I'm, I'm a little upset. It's just this young man. I went to shake his. I mean, he's been picked on. I mean, it's gonna take. Anyways, I'll probably, uh, and I'll probably have to. He'll probably have to come and stay with me for a couple weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and then at the end I'll take him out and we'll do a crucible for him. And when I mean a crucible, if you have a young man in your life, you need to go camping with him, or even if you sit out in the backyard and he needs to know how to do certain things, start a fire. He needs to know how to use a knife. He needs to know how to use a pistol. He needs to know how to use a rifle. He needs to know how to use a shotgun. He needs to know how to punch. He needs to know how to defend himself. He needs to know why that's important. He needs to know why you're supposed to be part of our society. Why you're not supposed to let people say anything. It's just all right, look, this is way longer than I thought, and I'm not going to slip and fall because I'm sitting on the couch. I can't even tell you, man. My phone bounced halfway down the hallway. Anyways, I love you guys. Um, you are extremely important to me. And no, none of my advice is for you ladies. I'm not a woman. I'm not effeminate. I don't want to try to think that I could talk to you or tell you anything. My advice is just for men because I'm a guy. Uh, Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can. If you can't, take care of yourself. You deserve it. You're worth it as a man. You deserve it and you're worth it as a man. You are my future and I am responsible to make sure you don't get fucked over like a fart in a G-string from West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.